I am on a gallbladder and I think liver cleanse. I have to drink a liter of apple juice with these drops. And today's my last day. I have been needing to do this for a while, so that's what we're gonna do is we're gonna add my drops to my apple juice. And I'm just gonna sip on this throughout the day, go about my day. Hopefully I don't get too sick today. Tonight I have to do olive oil, and I'm just, when I say dreading that part, I'm literally dreading the olive oil part. The last time I did this cleanse, the olive oil was just so hard to swallow. Fingers crossed, saying a prayer, getting through this cleanse. Then we're also gonna start some sourdough really quick. I only do a tablespoon, but I can taste the tablespoon in this liter of apple juice. I'm ordering a different apron. I feel like this apron is so difficult to maneuver and get on. All right, we're gonna start our bread. I like to use a slightly smaller bowl so I can read the numbers. If I do too big of a bowl, then I can't read the numbers and then I lose track of where I am. Whoops, flour went everywhere. I like to make sure I get all the flour down at the bottom. I have learned a routine making the sourdough. My dough is made up within 30 minutes, basically. Once I mix my dough, I let it rest for 30 minutes. Then I add my starter and my salt. And then I do my stretches and folds in between my household chores. Really simple. It just sounds like a lot because there's so many different little steps. There's my dough. And I always make sure I have clean hands before I do this.
Today's video is in collaboration with my friend Karen over at Our Home on Lawrence. She has beautiful inspiration. Head on over to her channel and subscribe and tell her I sent you her way. You will love her channel. I recently found it and it's a treasure.
In saving for the kitchen makeover, wiping down the granite, I am contemplating changing out the granite here in the kitchen to something a little more subtle. I love black soapstone, but I feel like this granite is very busy. Just a little too busy for my taste.
I try not to share the girls too much on my YouTube channel, but they are learning to clean right along with me. And the other night we had some friends over to stay the night with them, and I told them they had to clean the house and make the home presentable. We like to have clean sheets and pillowcases ready for the guest, and I often pray that the girls will marry a hardworking man that loves the Lord and treats them well and is a good provider. But then on the other hand, I ask myself, am I preparing two girls to be godly wives for their husbands? Girls that love keeping their home cozy and clean and making a warm, inviting space for their husband. And I can't pray that they marry good, godly men and then not prepare my girls to be godly wives as well. So that's been my prayer, that the girls learn by example, and that is by watching me and me teaching them how to clean and run a household. I often wonder if I am coming through to them, and as we all work together getting the house clean and washing all the sheets, I realize that they are learning. It's just sometimes I don't notice it as strong as other times. But today I really noticed that we are working as a team and they are catching on to homemaking. Violet has shown an interest in learning how to make sourdough bread, and I'm trying to teach her little bit by letting her help and get her hands messy, so to speak. She reminded me today that we need canisters for all the flowers that we have. So that is on my to-do list, is to go get some canisters that are super cute and pleasing to the eye, but also functional, where I can open the lid and put my big measuring cup in there and scoop out flour and continue making my bread. And yet everything would be organized on my countertops and super pretty as well, because you can see the flour through the glass. My starter is very active and bubbly and ready to use. Very active, very bubbly. I am so excited about my starter. I did make it myself, and it's about 4 months old, and it's ready to be poured in. When I feed my starter, I add my warm water, a half a cup. I scrape all the sides down. Once I do that, I mix it really good. I love it. It's like a spring that's just bubbly. I feed it with a half a cup of warm water and then a full cup of bread flour and a little bit of rye. And I just keep it warm, and it will literally triple in about 5 to 6 hours. In between my stretching and folding my sourdough bread, I am back in the room, finishing up the floor, and then lighting a cozy candle to complete this space. I do need to clean the slider. However, we're expecting rain, and there's no point in cleaning the outside when it's going to get rained on and all dirty again. I am so ready for spring. I've been praying that the rain goes away, and I am trying to make our porch clean, and I want to eventually bring some spring decor out here and make it look fresh and pretty. I also want to brick out my front porch or add wood planking to my porch to make it look older and like it's always been there. I just haven't decided what I really want to do. I believe having a clean front porch is your visitor's first glimpse into your home. Especially if your front porch is clean and tidy, I think it sets the stage for them coming into your home and feeling relaxed and welcomed. Rocky likes to sunbathe right by the slider, and of course Smokey keeps one eye on him. I am checking my cilantro, I believe it is, and my oregano. I'll have to go out and smell that plant to see which one it is. I can't remember offhand, but the snails get in there and then they just eat my plant alive. So that's what I'm doing, is checking my plants, and then it's time for a little laundry folding. I do try to do at least 1 load a day. Sometimes I do 2 to 3 just to keep up. I have told you guys before, I don't know what it is, but we go through laundry detergent and laundry like crazy. I am trying my best to tidy up every space in the house that I possibly can, and it just makes me feel better about myself. It makes me feel better about my time management and watering some plants to make sure they're doing well. Homemaking is always busy, but it's so rewarding, and it makes me feel fulfilled in my heart and in my calling as a wife and a mother, and it is honestly my favorite job in the world. Violet and I are preparing the bread to be rolled into the little dough balls and put in the refrigerator. She's wanting to learn, so I am letting her have some hands-on. And I plan on making chicken Alfredo. I thought the sourdough bread would pair nicely. It is the next morning, and I'm popping my bread into the oven after scoring it. And I'm trying a new score on my sourdough bread for the first time, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm still learning all the tips and tricks about sourdough, and it's a work in progress. And I am going to the store to get my new canisters and get a little bit of organization in today's homemaking. After finishing baking the sourdough, I ran to the store and grabbed the canisters that I noticed the other day when Violet pointed out to me that we actually needed canisters. I found 2 there that was available, and I think I need 2 or 3 more large canisters just to make my organizing easy and convenient, but yet very easy on the eyes. I took them out and washed them. I made a mistake one time with canisters, and I washed them with too warm of water, and they busted, and they were expensive canisters. I think they were like $89, and these were, I think, $19 or $17. So I did not wash them with really hot water, but I did get them all cleaned up, and then I wanted to start my sourdough croutons as the canisters were drying. And then once I got those all seasoned and cut up and threw in the oven, I went ahead and kind of dried the canisters just a bit more. I didn't want any moisture in the canisters when I added the flours. And right now I'm just adding all-purpose and bread flour. And then, like I said, I'm going to get some more canisters just to make my life a little bit easier. Titus has been working in the backyard. We have ivy that lines our pool. It actually lines almost our entire backyard, and it has literally overtaken. And he is just trimming, and we cleaned out the garage, or rather he did. I was not feeling good, so he did that by himself, even though I usually help him with projects like that. The girls usually help as well. So while he was outside doing the yard work, I was making the fettuccine and the green beans, something really simple. I hope you enjoyed your visit here today at the cottage. I hope you guys stop back by, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.